Hi students, welcome back to computer class. So in our last class we studied about different types of computer languages, and there were 4 types of computer languages. First one was low level languages, second one was high level languages, and third was fourth generation languages, and last one was artificial intelligence languages or fifth generation languages. Okay, so hope all of you are clear with the different types of computer languages. Today let us study about working of a translator. In our last class we have studied that the only language that is directly understood by a computer is machine language. And if you are writing a program in high level language or assembly language or fourth generation languages, these programs cannot be run directly on a computer. These programs need to be converted first into computer understandable form. That is, they need to be converted into machine language. We have studied about these things in our last class. Okay. So for converting the high level languages or assembly language or fourth generation languages into machine language, we use a translator. Okay, a translator has been used for converting the high level languages or assembly languages or fourth generation languages or fifth generation languages into computer understandable language, that is machine language. Okay, now look at the definition for a translator. A translator is used to convert one form of language to the other so that the computer understands the instruction it receives. That is, a translator is used for converting the high level languages or assembly language into machine form so that the computer can understand the instructions which are present inside the high level languages or assembly language. Next, let us study about working of a translator. See, a program that is written in high level language is called source code. Source code is sent to a translator that convert it into machine code. A machine code is the converted code that the computer can easily understand. So the programs that we write in high level languages or in fourth generation languages, for example C, C++, C Sharp, Oracle, Visual Basic, all these are programs which come under high level languages or fourth generation languages. Okay, and the programs which we write in high level languages or fourth generation languages or fifth generation languages or assembly language, these programs, they are known as source code. Okay, a program that has been written in high level language is called source code. And we know that computer cannot understand the programs which are written in high level language. They need to be first converted into machine understandable form. Okay, for that we use a translator. See in the figure 1.21, the source code which are being written in high level languages are sent to a translator. Okay, translator will convert them into machine code. This is how a translator work. You have to study the figure 1.21. Okay, it is important how a translator work. That is, the source code which are being written in high level languages, they are not directly understood by the computer, so they need to be converted into machine code. So for converting the source code into machine code, we use a translator. Okay, so source code means a program that is written in high level language is called a source code, and so this source code is being sent to a translator that converts it into machine code. And machine code means it is the converted code that the computer can easily understand. Okay, so now we have studied what you mean by a translator, what you mean by a source code, and what you mean by a machine code, and also we studied how a translator work. Okay, before the code is getting ready for execution, we can look for errors, and the programmers, they can remove any errors that are dictated in the source code. Next, let us study about types of translators. The translators, they are divided into 3 types. They are assembler, compiler, interpreter. Okay, translators, they are of three types: assembler, compiler, and interpreter. And now we are going to study in detail about these three types of translators. First type of translator is assembler. From the figure itself, you can understand that the assembler is a translator that is used for translating a program that is written in assembly language into machine code. Okay, assembler is a translator that translates a program that is written in assembly language into machine language. Okay. Second type of translator is compiler. Compiler is used for translating a program that is written in high-level language into a low-level language. A compiler is a translator that is used to translate a program written in high-level language into low-level language. Okay. Assembler was used for translating program written in assembly language into machine language. Compiler is a translator used for converting high-level language into low-level language. There is a specialty with a compiler. That is, compiler, they translate the entire program in one go. After the entire translation is complete, the errors are detected and removed. That is, see in this picture, the source code is a C program, okay? And this whole C program is translated by the compiler at once, okay? The whole C program is translated by the compiler at once. And once the translation takes place, that is, the source code is being compiled or translated into machine code, only after that translation is complete, the errors are detected and removed. Okay, only after the translation gets completed, the errors will get checked and removed. So this is about compiler. That is, compiler is a translator that is used for translating a high-level language into a low-level language. And a compiler, they translate the whole program at once. Only after the entire translation is complete, the errors will get detected and removed. Okay. And the third type of translator is interpreter. Interpreter is a translator that translates a program written in high-level language into a machine language. Interpreter is a translator that is used for translating a program written in high-level language into a machine language. The specialty of an interpreter is that it translates only one line of a program at a time, and it will report the error once it is been encountered. See in this picture, the first line of the source code is being taken by the interpreter, and the interpreter will translate them into machine language. Okay, again coming on to the second line of the source code. In second line of source code, there is an error. Okay, so interpreter has found that there is an error in the second line of source code. So they will stop the process of translation and they will send an error message. Only once the programmer removes that error, only then the next step of translation takes place. Okay, so here in interpreter, it translates only one line of a program at a time, and in between an error is being found, the process of translation stops there and the programmer have to remove that error. Only then the process of translation will get continued. Okay. What was the case in compiler? Compiler, they translated the whole program at once, and only after the translation is complete, the errors will be detected and removed. But here in interpreter, one line of a program is being taken at a time, and if there is an error in that particular line, the process of translation stops there and an error message will be sent to the programmer, and programmer have to remove that particular error. Only then we can continue the process of translation. Okay, that is the difference between a compiler and an interpreter. So from this we can understand that an interpreter is considered to be better than a compiler, because the errors are reported and removed line by line. Okay, an interpreter is considered better than a compiler because the errors, they are being reported and removed line by line. So these are the three types of translators. First one was assembler, second one was compiler, and third one was interpreter. Okay. Now look at the definitions of the types of translators. First translator is assembler. An assembler is a translator that translates a program written in an assembly language into a machine language. Second one is compiler. A compiler is a translator that is used to translate a program written in high-level language into a low-level language. It translates the entire program in one go. After the entire translation is complete, the errors are dictated and removed. Third one is interpreter. An interpreter is a translator that translates a program written in a high-level language into a machine language. It translates one line of a program at a time and reports the error once it has been encountered. And an interpreter is considered to be better than an compiler because the errors they are reported and removed line by line. Okay, so this is about the different types of translators. Next, let us study about the differences between interpreter and a compiler. Okay. Look at the first difference. In compilers, it performs the translation of a program as a whole, so it is quicker. Interpreter performs line by line translation, so it is slower. We have studied that a compiler translates the entire program in one go, and an interpreter they translates one line of a program at a time. Okay. And second difference is, in compilers, the errors are reported after the entire program is translated. So the process of removing errors becomes difficult and time consuming. In interpreter, it stops translation when the first error is met. So the process of removing errors becomes easy and quick. We have studied that since compilers they perform the translation of a program as a whole, only after the entire translation is complete, the errors will get dictated and removed. But in interpreter, it translates one line of a program at a time. And in between, if they find an error, the process of translation stops there, and only once the error gets removed, the translation continues. Okay. Once again, in compiler, since the entire program is being translated as a whole, only after that entire process of translation is complete, the errors will get dictated and removed. But in interpreter, since we translate only one line of a program at a time, if an error has been met, the process of translation stops there, and only when the error gets removed, the translation continues. Okay. And third difference is, programming languages such as C and C++ use compilers, and programming languages such as Python, Basic and Ruby use interpreters. Okay, so in programs such as C and C++, the whole program is being translated at a time. In programming languages such as Python, Basic and Ruby, the program is being translated line by line. So these are the three differences between a compiler and an interpreter. This will be asked in your test papers. Okay, you should study the differences between a compiler and an interpreter. This is an important topic. So with this we come to the end of our first chapter. Hope all of you are clear with this chapter. Thank you.